Dear friends, now let us see how to perform potentiometry experiment. In this experiment, we are estimating the ferrous ammonium sulphide solution using standard potassium dichromate solution. And here we have the potentiometer. Now here it is the setup. We need two electrodes. One is calomel electrode. It is the second reference electrode, and indicator electrode platinum. So platinum and calomel electrode. Now the microburette is filled with standard solution of potassium dichromate. So potassium dichromate dilute sulfuric acid. So here we already placed a known volume of ferrous ammonium sulphate solution. For that we need to add one test tube of sulfuric acid. So in acid medium it is titrated with potassium dichromate. So here we have the cell containing two electrodes, calomel electrode and platinum electrode. In this potentiometer we are reading the EMF of this cell. So change in EMF is observed during the titration that we are going to observe. Now let us titrate. Now this is the initial reading, initial EMF of this cell, so that we can record here. So here we have volume of potassium dichromate. Without adding dichromate we can take down this reading, that is 287, that is the reading microvolt. Then we have delta V, delta EMF by delta V, that is for further calculation. Now let us do the titration on adding potassium dichromate to FAS solution. So we can see the change in EMF. We have added now 0.5 ml of potassium dichromate. Now we can see the change in EMF. For every successive 0.5 ml addition of potassium dichromate, the EMF will change, that you have to record. Now here we have the jump on adding 5 ml of potassium dichromate. The jump is from 582 to 940 on adding 5 ml of potassium dichromate. Now this is the change in EMF after the end point. So near the end point or at the end point there is sudden change in the EMF. So at 4.5 it is 582, then at 5 it is 940. So there is sudden jump is observed at 5. So here the equivalent point we have to get it from the graph. So we have to plot the graph for that. So here we have the EMF values for titrating potassium dichromate with acidic FAS solution. Once we complete this experiment, so we have delta V. Delta V is nothing but a change in volume. So change in volume for every addition is 0.5 ml, it is same 0.5, and a delta EMF, it is the difference between the EMF, and delta EMF, that is the difference by delta V, that is 0.5. So we will get this value. After completing the calculation part for delta EMF and delta V and delta EMF by delta V, we need to plot the graph. So in the x axis we can take a volume of potassium dichromate, so 1 ml, 2 ml, 3 ml, 4 ml like that, and here we can take EMF by volume, delta EMF by delta V. So mV by Cm cube. So we can take it at 0, 100, 200 like this. So on plotting the graph we will get the shape like this. Now here the peak one, that is near at the end point, so there is sudden change in the EMF, that we can record it. So this is called V equivalent. So here V equivalent is around 4.5 or near to 5 ml. So using that we can do the calculation. So we will show you the one sample graph. Now this is the sample graph. volume of potassium dichromate versus delta EMF by delta V. Now here we have the V equivalent 4 cm cube. Now using the delta V equivalent we can go for calculation. So here normality of FAS is equal to normality of dichromate it is known into volume of dichromate, that we have to get it, divided by V FAS. So normality of FAS is equal to normality of potassium dichromate into volume from the graph. So here V equivalent by volume of FAS. Using weight of FAS in liter, that we can calculate weight of FAS in liter, we can calculate by multiplying this value with equivalent weight of FAS 392.14. That gives the final answer. Thank you.